Hi folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Trying to grow the channel. I just now reached over 100, so my first milestone. It also helps when you make content and know that I went a few months there without doing much. Work and life do get in the way once in a while. So today I thought I would give you guys an update on my journey to scratch. And it's not always about mapping out our successes. It's also about making sure that we identify that we will have a couple of setbacks as you progress on your journey, and identifying what those setbacks potentially could be and how can we mitigate them as best as possible. And I'm going to throw it up in the video. I'll just give you guys a quick update. I did get down to a 3.3 handicap, official USGA gin handicap, around September-ish. And then I went and had a lesson, identified a few areas that I can progress, and nothing major. It's not like I'm rebuilding my swing, but I am changing, just tweaking a few things. And one of them being my posture. I've noticed that when I I get a little bit too vertical, which then when I stand up, I'm up and out of the swing and I'm hitting them thin and inconsistent strikes. So definitely trying to focus on just staying into the shot more, keeping the ball covered. And also in my backswing, definitely making sure that I'm staying extended and really making a good full turn. So those are the items that I'm trying to achieve to get me over the hump. I plateaued a little bit at a 3.3. I've regressed though a little bit. And again, that's what I'm talking about. Mapping out your successes also means identifying where could you potentially have a pitfall that you want to identify and understand that that's just progress, right? We're trying to get better. We're trying to make sure that we hit better shots. But if you're going to implement a change and still continue to play golf out on the golf course, you have to be open to making that bad shot because your body isn't used to that muscle memory yet. Trying to do something different, especially when you're trying to put down a good score, will lead to an open face and a slice that puts in the water, or a shut the face and a duck hook where you don't rotate your body through and your arms just follow you just like this, where you just rotate your arms around, but your body never moves because you're caught in between that change. So for me, I'm really focusing on moving the body with this, really getting into the shot and releasing it at the ball and not releasing it early. So with this change of a little bit more extension in my backswing and a little bit more body rotation. So again, not really rebuilding the swing, just tweaking a few little things. I have regressed a couple, not quite 2 full strokes. I believe I'm a 5.1 right now. So I'm not terrible. But understanding that with progression is going to become a potential to lose ground a little bit, but understand that you are going to lose ground, and that's okay. After all, it's a journey where when you're trying to get better, you will regress a little bit. So just acknowledging that you will, and then understanding and having the one word that we need to make sure that we understand as you're journeying on your golf game to get better is that patience, right? That one word of, I have to have some patience. So I've been really good about my golf game, and today's Wednesday. So Sunday was the first time that I hit in the 70s again. So I've had a few rounds, the last few rounds in the very, very low 80s, but definitely under 85 at least. So I did see a little bit of aggression, which is impacting my gin handicap, but I have now made that leap on Sunday, playing the blue tees, playing back at Myrtle Beach National South Creek. playing the back tees, so around 6,600, wet, overseed. So the grass has been overseeded. We're moving into the wintertime playing, and that is causing drives to be a little bit less, which means I have a little bit longer clubs in until that grass gets seeded and rooted in and really takes a hold. They're really giving it a lot of water, so the grass seed does grow for the wintertime. They make it good for all of you coming down. So drives lost a little bit of distance. That's okay. So that means maybe hitting different clubs into greens than we're used to. And definitely noticing a little bit of lack in distance, which is fine. So I hit, you know, a few more penalty strokes over the last few months, few weeks, really, more than anything, than I have before. So you can definitely see in my handicap, when I posted the card, you can definitely see in my handicap that when I had my lesson and then when I had my second lesson, right? So the first lesson was just becoming a little bit more, my mind, I think the word rigid, but it isn't. It's just more about holding your posture, really making sure that you're not hunching over or early extending your hips, just holding that posture and rotating around your core. Then the second lesson was getting that down pat and then really getting the hips to open up, clearing so that you can apply the power. I'm finding the progression of that swing way more efficient in my iron play. Even down to my 6 and 5 iron, I've noticed that my iron play has increased significantly. Maybe I'll put a little card in here on my Arcos numbers where my approach shots have really gotten better. My strokes gained on Sunday was negative 0.2 from where I'm shooting to get to. So my strokes gained were definitely noticeable in my approach shot getting way better. Lost a little bit on my iron play, or I'm sorry, my driver play. I've definitely lost a little bit on my iron or my driver play. Still struggling to maintain that face control that I had before, because now my wrists are doing something different as I hold that posture and then rotate through. I can really notice one thing, the most important thing that I think it is. I was really using my hands to square the face up, where now my body and my rotation are coming through so much nicer. My hands are wanting to flip through, and I need to be a lot more passive in my hands with my longer clubs, my woods and my driver particularly. So those two things I've noticed significant changes. Iron play, way up. Long game, that's where I've lost my strokes. And if I look at my strokes gained, it's clearly there in my driver. It is all there in my driver play, but that's okay. Patience, work on it. And we will definitely narrow that down. But today's video is really just about knowing that we need to be patient as you're moving through your journey, getting better, or if you're aspiring to get better in your golf game. It's really being patient with that progression and identify your goals. Write them down on a piece of paper. That's what I do. I write down, where do I want to get? I want to get to scratch. Just like you play golf, right? When you play golf, you're supposed to go, okay, I got a par 5. I'm going to work backwards from the tee, and I'm going to build my hole, my attack to get to that pin to the lowest score possible. I'm going to start from the distance to the green, and then I'm going to work my way back, and I'm going to identify what's my tee shot, where is it going, and then after my tee shot, what's my next shot, or is it my approach shot? Where's my targets at? Where do I want to miss at? Identifying when you plan your attack on your hole, you want to know you've plotted your course of action, including potential misses. So for me, what I think what has really helped me with perspective is that I've planned out, I've mapped out my progress, where I want to take my game, what changes I want to implement, the positives that I'm going to get from that change, but also what are my potential pitfalls that I know I'm going to. By identifying my potential pitfalls, where I think I'm going to lose my strokes or my scores are going to go up in what areas, I can be more patient with my game because I've already mapped those out. I already know I'm going to lose that stroke potentially in that round. And really, I'm not off by that much from where my averages were before the change. Where I'm off is 1 hole per 9. I always make a mental mistake or forget to, don't have that good posture, or don't really take the time to make that full shoulder turn with it's my driver mostly. And I get up the top and I want to whip it down real quick. I get out of posture, I get over the top, and then I save it, and it's either a duck hook or a slice. So I know my issue, but then I always make another bad decision, or I can get out of this problem. I can get out of this issue by getting aggressive and trying to get it up as far as possible when I probably should be just pitching it out and leaning on my part of the game that I know has gotten significantly better. I've hit a handful of balls on camera, and I'm making, I hope it's coming through in the microphone. The strike is so much better. Just those little tweaks, the strike is just immeasurably better. I can't tell you the feeling off the face. I can hear it. It's ball first. This is a 6-iron. I'm striping a 6-iron here on the driving range. And I'm noticing that transcending into my golf game when I'm on the course. There's a South Creek number 8, par 3, about 207 yards from the blues, give or take. Just about 5 yards total, plus or minus. And always used to hit a hybrid there, maybe even a 5-wood if the wind is in your face. And on Sunday, I hit a 5-iron for the first time. And that is because strike is so much better. Control is so much better. Distance is coming because my face is square at impact. So just little things like that. Those are the positives that you want to write down to add to what you've mapped out to be positives. What are the things that are coming into your golf game that are showing you progress that might not be reflecting in that one number that all of us want to see, and that's a lower score. I'm really focusing this year, 2024 and 2025, a 2-year goal to get to scratch. And the first one was identify areas to improve, map out a plan, and then get a professional, get a couple lessons, which I did, and then implement that plan and then see what happens. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm implementing that plan and I'm tracking my progress. Scores on the golf course, not really changing that much. So is it getting better? I hope so, but I don't know for sure. And I think for me, it's going to be, Sunday was the first time that I hit back in the 70s again. So that's, to me, that was the first time I hit in the 70s again. And I realized, all right, it is paying off. Now I hit some bad shots on Sunday, so I had a couple bad holes again, 1 per 9, usually well in the front, well in the back. And it gets away from me quick. And it's just that one hole before my brain resets and I go, all right, let's go. Let's get back into the progress again. Make sure that we're focused on the right thing. Don't lose patience. Really, really pay attention to the task at hand and the goal. So just a quick update today. I'm hoping when I start posting scores, which I'm posting pretty much every week, now that I'm posting scores, start to see the movement going down. I'm hoping I've plateaued at 2 strokes worse than I was, and I'm hoping that I start to drop that back down, get closer to 3.3 where I was, and then hopefully get that back below 3.3 as my lowest ever under my gin. It'll be in there. My low index is 3.3, so hopefully I can get that change to the 5.1 back to somewhere around a 3. if not below. That's the goal. And then from there, start to take it to the next level. See, that practice swing there I made was very loose. That's my old swing. I want to keep that arm extended through my left arm, which helps me keep that face square through impact. And then use your body to rotate to close that face. What happens though when you mess up? Well, then your hands take over somewhere. So not only is your body rotating, your hands take over, and then you go, and then you bail out. So it's really focusing on getting that shot. That's just a 50-degree wedge today. So today, just a little bit of iron work, really trying to focus that swing in and take it from there. Well, folks, thank you for taking a few minutes. That's my update for Journey to Scratch. Thank you very much, folks. Enjoy, and look forward to talking to you in my next video.